Good morning, ladies. I am 1 minute late. Thanks for joining me this morning live for our broadcast of the Queen's Crown Collaborative. This session is called the Goal Getter Series, and each week I'm going to give you one tip and hopefully one homework assignment to do this week to help you reach your 2017 goals. Sorry about the shininess, ladies. Let's see. Okay, so I want to give you remind you to download your worksheet. Your worksheet has a place for you to put your scripture or quote for the week, the tip for the week, notes, resources, and then a place for you to do the work. So our weekly challenge this week is to challenge yourself. I'm trying to find my page 1 is to challenge yourself. I think I have it here. Sorry. If your goal is too large, you can break it down and make it easier by creating a list of small habits. So instead of trying to revamp your entire life to fit a large goal, then we want to try to break them down little by little. So here's a couple of quotes this morning that I want to read. There's nothing like a challenge to bring out the best in a man. And then that's by Sean Connery. And then Sylvester Stallone, I'm always looking for a new challenge. There are a lot of mountains to climb out there. When I run out of mountains, I'll build a new one. So I remember sending a message on Facebook to my pastor, my then pastor Dave Gibbons. In the beginning of the week, he was in like Asia or Korea or something like that. And then a couple days later, he was in New York. Then Sunday, he was back in church. And back then, we were living in Cerritos and we were going to New Song, Irvine. And I was like, this dude is about 60 years old. He's been in another country, he's been in another state, and now he's in another city. And not only was he in those places, he was actually speaking and facilitating the events. And I'm thinking, where does he get all his energy? And I was tired. And I was half his age. So I asked him, I remember sending him a message saying, where do you get all this energy? How are you so energized? And he said, I drink this smoothie every day. And he gave me some movies to watch. He said, watch this movie. He said, I eat fish every night. I have salmon and, brown rice or whatever. And so I looked at the videos that he recommended for me. And then I began my first 30-day juice challenge. And that was the most difficult thing I had ever done in my entire life. And but when I was done, I had lost about 45 pounds. I had more energy. My thoughts were clear. I was jumping off walls. I had so much energy. No sugar cravings. And so from there, I was like, well, what do I do now? How do I keep this going? And so I decided that I would reboot 3 times a year in January, June, and September. And that I would try to bring people on with me to make it a little bit easier. So, and then before then, I had been hospitalized a couple of times for dehydration. I had been drinking like 7 large cups of coffee, I hated water, and I hated vegetables, and I hated exercising, and I still do. But I knew that those things were important to me, so I had to try to figure out how to make this change easier because I wasn't getting younger, but I had to figure out a system. So first thing I did, I went on Facebook. I said, help, I don't like water, help me. And people were like, try Crystal Light, try putting a lemon in there, try putting cucumber, get the mini water bottle. So what worked for me is I got little mini water bottles and I put a little lemon in there and I put a big basket on my counter. And every time I walked by, it took me a minute. I would try to drink a small one. And that helped me to be able to at least like water, drink water, try water. And that was kind of how I started to get that name, Queen of Routines. Everything I just started creating a routine for it. Okay, it's going to be Water Wednesday. I'm only drinking water. No coffee, no shakes, no milk, no nothing. Just water all day. And then I asked people, hey, drink with me. Do Water Wednesday with me. Help me. Because you don't want to be trying to drink water and then you got 15 people on the side of you drinking coffee, having a big, large, iced coffee. So that was how that started. And then I try to match the routines with a day of the week. So Meatless Monday, Water Wednesday, Fitbit Friday. And those things, you know, it started getting crazy. My little niece was like, Auntie, what else you going to create? And it was funny, but it helped me. You know, when I thought about something I need to do, you need to write Wednesday. So that helped me to stay motivated by creating challenges. So, every year, again, January, June, September, I juice for about 5 to 10 days. I'm on that cleanse right now for 5 days, and I ask people to join me on that. I have people who join me virtually, and I have people who join me live. And I created, I work in an office where they always giving us donuts and cookies and cakes, and I ask the whole office, hey, join me. Meet me here at 8 o'clock. We're going to walk every day this week. That's been interesting. But I put together a list for you guys that you can try, and I broke them down in daily, weekly, and monthly. So here's some daily things that you can consider. 365 days of random acts of kindness or giving. You know, what can you give somebody every day this year? And it could be small things. I started doing this. You could buy somebody coffee. You could give them some small lotion that's in your purse. But every day creating an atmosphere of giving or, acts of kindness, because you reap what you sow. Sending greeting cards in the mail. You could send a card a day. Keeping a gratitude journal. Learning a new word every day. Dictionary.com is easy. Just upload the app, and every day it'll send you the word of the day. Help build your vocabulary. Do some physical exercise every day. Write a blog every day. Write a poem a day. Take 10,000 Fitbit steps a day. There's weekly challenges. 52 Monday challenge. 52-week Monday challenge. I've been doing that for a couple years. Kind of fell off the wagon this year. But the actual group page is still up if you want to take the journey. 365 days of reading the Bible. I have the YouVersion app. You can pick a Bible plan and go through the whole Bible in a year. 52 Meatless Mondays challenge. You can say every Monday, I'm going to be meatless. If you're considering being a vegan or vegetarian and you've been watching What the Health, I haven't seen it yet, then a great way to start, instead of jumping in there saying, oh, I'm going to not eat meat for the rest of my life, how about just trying the 52 Mondays Meatless Challenge? And there's all sorts of recipes that can help you get started. What else? There's things that you can do in 30 days. We just finished, was it last month? We finished the 31-day marriage challenge, and that was really good. We had a couple people who joined us physically, and then we had some people that were joining us virtually. You can pick a month to do something. So like in the month of December, since it's already Christmas season, doing a giving challenge. Or November, a gratitude challenge, since we're getting close to Thanksgiving. So I also want to give you just a couple of my personal tips before I leave you for today. So my personal tips on doing a challenge is get a group of people to join you, because it is very difficult if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to exercise and your whole family is ordering pizza and hot wings. So if you can get your family, you can get the people who are around you the most. If you work in a full-time job, try to get people in your office in with you. If you're at church, if you're a part of a church group, if wherever you are the most, when you get ready to do a challenge, try to get those people around you to do the challenge with you. It makes it 100% easier. Maybe not 100%, but so each year we do the Daniel fast. We do that as a family, and that makes it a little easier because everybody wants to do it. So it's kind of hard to do a Daniel fast and then cook fried chicken for everybody else. 2, get the resources and supplies you need ahead of time. If you're doing a challenge and you don't have your supplies together, it is very easy to cheat. And 3, stick to it. Do not cheat. Remember, it's a temporary challenge to help you flex your discipline skills. Learning discipline, learning to be consistent, to me, begins with a challenge. If you can do a challenge, Water Wednesday, one day, you're not going to die. By not having soda or not having coffee one day a week, but it helps build that muscle, that that stick-to-it muscle, that discipline muscle. All right. So I am Sheree Vejan, author of the 2017 Goals Journal, There's a link at the top of the video to get your free worksheet, and I hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday.